What's up? What the fuck's up? Cam here. We're here today to talk about Burn the Stage episode 3, something I just watched. And, Cam, how many times did you cry this episode? We cried 4 times. It was 4 cries, and they were all good cries, weren't they? Not really. No. Some of them were sad cries. So let's just hop into it. Shall we? Let's dive into this wonderful episode. I will start this review by saying it was my favorite episode so far. No doubt about it. This had so many emotional twists and turns in it. I was just, I was so enthralled the whole time. I watched it as soon as I woke up, and I was just like, oh my god. And I cried 4 times. And I cried. I'll talk about when I cried, and we're just gonna talk about the episode. My thoughts on it. I don't know. We got to learn a lot about BTS in this episode, and it was just. There's so much to talk about, so let's fucking do it. I decided to also not change my appearance. This is how I just, like, I'm usually just editing or like watching anime or just making music in this form, and usually I just change forms a little bit to show that I make myself a little more presentable for the camera. But I'm gonna start not doing that. Why would I look presentable for you guys? I'm not fucking dating you. Like, what the fuck? All right, let's just hop into it. So to start off the episode, we have a little montage, and it was a very emotional. It didn't look like it was supposed to be. Like, I don't know. It was a nice montage of them like practicing for their concert and doing rehearsals and things like that. But the fact that it was the butterfly prologue mix behind it, that song just makes me so fucking emotional, and I was just like, god damn, I love these guys so much. Seriously, that prologue mix of Butterfly is just, brings me back to the first ever Theory days, back in I Need You. Like, I just, those, you know what I mean. It just makes me emotional. And then we hop right back into where we kind of left off last episode, and we have Jungkook. He was getting a lot of treatment from staff members, he's getting a lot of medical attention. Everyone was wondering if he was okay. Hobie was like, oh my god, is he okay? Namjoon, is he okay? Everyone gathering around thinking, oh my god, is Jungkook gonna be okay? And Namjoon was freaking out because he's the leader. He's got to know what to do in these situations. Or he doesn't have to know what to do, but it's it's up to him what they do when they're on stage, whether or not Jungkook is up there or not. But we see here Jungkook getting so much treatment. He's so sweaty, he's so tired. They have to take off his shirt. He has to breathe into a thingy thing. Why am I forgetting what it's called? But he needed help. He needed oxygen, and it was so serious, and like everyone was so fucking worried. I was worried just watching. I was like, oh my god, Jungkook, are you gonna be fucking okay? What the shit? And we had Namjoon speaking about how he was so worried because they were like 1.5 minutes left. They were like the staff was like, you only have 1.5 minutes, then we gotta go back out there. And Jungkook was fucking shirtless, getting oxygen put into him, and Namjoon was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Like Jungkook is such a vital part of BTS. He talks about how no member can be replaced, obviously, but Jungkook is the main vocal, and he has so many parts in their song. So what is he gonna do? Like, what's Namjoon gonna say when he goes out there? If Jungkook can't go out there, what's gonna happen? Namjoon was panicking, and I always feel so bad for Namjoon. He's got literally the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he was freaking out and so worried. And I felt so bad for Namjoon, and obviously I felt bad for Jungkook too, because he was struggling. But like, there was just so much happening right here, and this is the first time that I cried. It was so early in the episode, and I was already fucking crying. I was like, I'm an ugly crier, so I was just like, oh my god, holy shit, this is like, I couldn't handle this, man. It was so sad. I was like, Jungkook, just, I was so torn between, like, I don't know. I was like, Jungkook, I wanted Jungkook to just like rest, like stop, just like go sleep for like 8 days. Like, you just need to chill. Then I understand the whole side. They had a concert, and Namjoon was so worried. He didn't know what to do if Jungkook didn't go up there. It was just very stressful watching. I cannot imagine being in the actual situation. But Jungkook went out there. He's a fucking trooper. He went out there because it's their last show in Chile. That's what he said. He was talking about how it's our last show in Chile, so I have to do everything I can to make this like a memory that they'll hold on to forever. And they just, I don't know. He went way too hard, and everyone was like, you gotta slow down, Jungkook. But Jungkook, man, he's just like, you know, I don't know when we're gonna be in Chile again, so I gotta go hard. But he went too hard. So, but he made it through. Luckily, he made it through. He made it through the concert without actually like fainting or passing out, or that'd be horrible on stage. So they went backstage, and they really had to take care of Jungkook. Jungkook had to. Like, Hobie said he was so worried when he heard, like, a thump on the ground. Like, Jungkook fell to the ground. He was laying down, but he just fell backwards. And he was so worried, and all the members were so worried. And I was so fucking worried. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening to Jungkook? I'm so scared. So then they're like, oh, we might have to take off Jungkook's pants, and then all the members leave and the staff leave. Like, they're just trying to give him space, but Jungkook was like, oh, breathing so hard, and they needed to give him oxygen. And it was so worrisome, and all the members looked so fucking worried. They were packing into the room. They're like, oh my god, what's happening? Is it okay? And we actually learn later in the episode that Yoongi cried in the fucking bathroom because of this. I was so sad to hear about that. And then this part was cute. He was feeling better. He was feeling a bit better. He's like, we need to take off your socks. And Jungkook's like, no. And then I don't know which staff member it is, but he's like, your socks are your pride. Oh, it made me laugh. Gave Jimin a good laugh too. So I was like, Jungkook, just take off your socks. Like, if it's gonna help, just take off your socks. And Jungkook's like, no, not the socks. And then they're all sitting there and talking to Jungkook. They're like, what happened? Are you gonna be okay? Is everything okay? Jungkook's like, I'm fine. I just pushed myself a little too hard. I went a little hard. Everyone's like, you gotta fucking chill, dude. And they're having like a little moment with him, and it was cute, and it was nice that they were so freaking caring, and they were so worried about him. And just because Jungkook's their magnate, that's their fucking, like, that's their little brother. They're obviously gonna want to take care of him, and they feel so bad to see him struggle, and I felt so bad seeing him struggle. And then this is the second part that I cried. This was a good cry. It was after, and they were all joking around. They were talking about how Jimin's like, Yoongi was going like this, was making me laugh, and they were all joking around with each other. Even Jungkook was laughing. Everyone was having a good time. The spirits were lifted. Everything was okay. Jungkook survived. Everyone was happy, and it was just a moment. And I was like, are you fucking serious? I was just like a moment of like, sometimes you get overwhelmed with how much you love BTS and you just cry, and that's what happened right here. I was like, I love that they're all laughing, everybody's okay, they're having fun together, it's okay, it's such a stressful job, I know, but it's okay, they're enjoying it, they love each other. I was so happy. It filled my heart with joy so much that tears came out of my eyes. All right, it happened. All right, fuck it, I don't care, whatever. And then we moved on to them talking about their experience. It was more so just Tae and Yoongi talking about it. They were talking about how on stage, it's so much fun to have a concert, and look at all the ARMY's faces. Tae says he tries to remember every single face, tries to look at every single face. I think that's adorable. And Yoongi's talking about how you know if it is a really good concert, if it's a successful concert, because you can tell by looking at their faces. You can see the enjoyment of the audience, and I feel like they've never put on a bad show. I'm sure maybe they've had a few off shows, but honestly, I feel like a BTS concert, no matter what, is going to be a good time, even if they're a little off their game or they're feeling a little tired or anything like that. Just like, I want to go to one so badly. I need to go to a BTS concert. That'll be the best day of my life, and I need it so fucking badly. Now here comes my favorite part. They kind of do this a little bit throughout this episode. My favorite part of this episode is when they're kind of showing their behind the scenes, like what they do. You know, they're obviously on tour for concert, but they have a lot of free time during the day before they have to practice, and in between concerts, the days that they're in between concerts, and it kind of shows how hard they work while they're not actually like being like, you think they work hard enough like during the concert, and like every other aspect of their life they work so freaking hard. But we see Hobi, Yoongi, Namjoon, Jin, like everyone's working on music. They're working on things with music, and even like they're working so fucking hard on music while they literally, like, I think it's so great to see that dedication. But I also love to see Tae doing things like writing, like doing hobbies, like I'm glad to see that they can relax and do things that they enjoy, because that's life. You want to do the things that you enjoy. And Tae was writing, and Jimin was reading novels. Jungkook was playing video games. Of course he was playing Overwatch. Fucking, I need to play Overwatch with him one day. And I just thought this was all really nice to see. Jin was obviously playing guitar, saying he was playing guitar. He was saying he was trying to learn Japanese. And then Jimin said that Jin and himself had started a novel together. I thought that was so fucking cute that they were starting a novel together. I thought that was adorable. And then I thought it was interesting that when Yoongi was talking about how he writes music and makes songs, he has notes from like the past like 5 years, and sometimes if he gets stuck, he'll look at notes that are from like even like 3 years ago, and he'll like learn something from that. So past Yoongi is truly still helping out future Yoongi and present Yoongi, and I think he's always been a genius, you know. So he relies on his own geniusness to get them through tough times. I thought that was really cool. And if you guys were wondering, because I thought it was really cool that they had their own setup and everything, making music. They use little MIDI keyboards, and not MIDI keyboards, and they're using on obviously their laptops and music software on there. If you're wondering, I believe they're all using Cubase. It looked like they're using Cubase, which is a really good software to use. I know that they also use FL Studio sometimes, and they also use Logic Pro sometimes, but they were definitely, I'm pretty sure, like from the little shots I got from their screen, they're using a program called Cubase. So if you ever want to start making music, maybe try using Cubase. It's a little more technical, but I'm just saying, BTS uses that, so maybe you'll be able to make music as good as BTS if you use Cubase. I use Logic Pro. X for my music making when I produce music, which is another really good program, but it's only for Mac. And then I use Pro Tools. Me and my dude Kyle, when we're in the studio, we use Pro Tools to edit everything. But when I make the beats and everything, I use Logic Pro. But they're using Cubase. Just a little fact that I want to point out that I saw. If you're wondering what type of program they were using, they're using Cubase. I'm pretty sure. Hobie also is talking about, he's like, I'm gonna work hard this year and hopefully I can eventually drop my mixtape. And he's like, yeah, hopefully the output is good enough. And it's like, boy, like, it's good enough. Like, you drop that mixtape and everyone fucking loves it. And I'm just like, I'm seeing him work on his mixtape and I'm like, yo, all this hard work is paying off, dude, because this mixtape ends up being fucking awesome. I'm so proud of you, Hobie. Here's the third part that I cried at. Fucking Namjoon is talking about, like, he's like, the world is sad and depressing. Like, I am afraid of this world. I feel so sad and lonely. And the reason I make music is to rid myself of this sadness and loneliness in this world. And I was like, dude, that is the saddest shit I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit. Like, he's like, I feel happy when I do these things, but I do it because, well, if I don't make music, I feel sad and lonely. And I'm afraid of the world, just like a lot of other people. And I hope that my music can help people not be sad and lonely like I am. And it was just like heartbreaking. Like, Namjoon, oh my god, it was just very heartbreaking to read that. And I hope that he never feels sad and lonely, because he deserves to be so fucking happy, because he's so amazing and I love him so much. He works so hard. Namjoon is the purest soul in the world and I need him to be happy. And I just felt so sad seeing him say that he feels so sad and lonely. Like, I do that too when I make music. Like, sometimes I make music just because I feel like it and I have fun doing it, but sometimes you just feel a little down, you feel sad, and it's just a lot easier to write music when you're feeling in that way, I guess. But reading that made me cry. I was just like, Namjoon, imagining Namjoon in pain and like just sad and lonely, and the fact that that's for the most part why he makes music. I was just, it was heartbreaking. It was seriously fucking heartbreaking. And then another part that I like is when they focus on Jungkook here. He's playing video games, but Jungkook is talking about how he kind of feels like he didn't mentally age after the age of 15, and like he feels like he grew into himself because of the BTS members. He used to be very introverted. He said that they helped him step out of his box. I think he mentioned Taehyung specifically, but he talked about how he feels like he is like the embodiment of all characteristics of BTS members, and I could see that. I think that's really cool. Like, BTS literally raised him, and he is who he is now because of them, and he is a wonderful human being and so amazing because of BTS. And I thought that was really cool, and yeah, I just love that. Now this part, holy hell, this is a nice, wonderful, amazing part. This is where they're all chatting. Jungkook is upstairs. I don't know if he isn't feeling well or is playing video games. I don't know what Jungkook is up to, but these 6 members, minus Jungkook, are talking about just everything. They're saying how Jungkook was saying, it's our last show in Chile, that's why I went out hard. And then Yoongi made a joke saying, what if he faints on our first day in Brazil? Is he gonna say the first time? That was funny. They're all cracking jokes. Yoongi was talking about how he used to buy lottery tickets every week, and he had that dream about the pig that told him the numbers. I thought that was so fucking adorable. And then, did anyone else know this? I consider myself a hardcore BTS fan, and I feel like I thought I knew almost everything about them. Is this new information that Hobie was about to leave? Hobie was about to leave the group. He was about to leave the agency. He was literally on the brink of leaving, and then they were like, no, you can't fucking leave. Like, we need to do... Namjoon was telling everyone, we need Hobie for this. We need Hobie for all this to be successful. And he was right. You do need Hobie. You need every member of BTS, but I had no idea that Hobie was on the brink of fucking leaving. I could not imagine BTS without Hobie. He is fucking just a ball of sunshine. He is so talented. He's so amazing. I was just like, oh my god, like, I didn't even know that Hobie was on the brink of leaving. I cannot imagine this group without Hobie. Holy hell, I really can't. Like, holy hell. That just, like, it struck me. I was like, holy fuck. Like, how could... I couldn't get over that. I really couldn't. In Namjoon's story about the whole ice cream, stuffing in his pocket because he was on his diet and all that stuff, the whole ice cream story was adorable. And just seeing them all laugh together and have so much fun together, these are my favorite moments of being an ARMY. These are my absolute favorite moments of being an ARMY, because I just get to watch them enjoy their lives and be happy and love each other and just love the lives that they're living in that moment. And it makes me so happy. It's very... I imagine it's sort of... I obviously don't know what this feels like. I imagine it's somewhat of a feeling when you see your child being happy. They're not my children, obviously, but I don't know. Like, I feel like if you have a child and you see them grow up. You know, I've watched them grow for the last 4 years, and I feel like I've watched them grow up. But like, seeing them happy together is my favorite thing ever. It'll always be my favorite thing, just seeing them happy with each other. It'll always be my favorite thing about being an ARMY. And then they continued talking more, and they got a little more serious, talking about how Yoongi broke his shoulder when he got hit by a car. And he said that he fell down the stairs, but he was afraid to tell Big Hit that he fucked up his shoulder because he thought maybe that they would kick him out, which we know that they wouldn't do that, and he found out that they obviously wouldn't do that. They helped him out, Yoongi was talking about how he was struggling and he couldn't get tuition. His parents didn't have enough money to put him through school, and it was all very serious. And I was just very like, oh my god, like Yoongi, my boy struggled, and he had to stop b-boying, he had to stop dancing because of his shoulder, which I felt bad. Could you imagine Yoongi still doing that? It's crazy to think about. And then they just chat, and it fades out, and it fades out with them laughing and smiling, and it brought such happiness to my heart, and I was just like, oh, I feel so happy about these guys, and I love them so much. And then we got this fucking throwback. Look at Namjoon and the sunglasses and the hair, and he's like swag. Like, this throwback to all the members when they looked younger this is when I cried. I don't know what specific time I cried at, but this is the 4th time I cried in the episode. Seeing them 5 years ago talking about how they hope everything goes well, they're nervous, all this other stuff. But just seeing them and how much they've grown, it's just like, oh, it made me so happy, and I was laughing and I was crying, and it was amazing. And nobody ever in the history of ever has had a bigger glow up than Park Jimin. Like, he was this cute little chubby faced boy, just looking so adorable. And I think in terms of improvement in his skill and an improvement of looking fine as fuck. Like, I think he's come so far. He still looks beautiful and cute and adorable here, but like, now he's a fucking man. Like, that boy is handsome as fuck, and I'm proud for how he's grown in all aspects of his character. Oh yes, this is when I cried, when they have them all together here, like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. That was, just seeing them so young. That made me cry at the end. After they all had their little parts there, that made me cry. Then we see them getting a whole bunch of love in Brazil. We know, oh my god, Brazil loves BTS so much. Like, they're a very passionate army in Brazil. All of South America, actually, they're a very passionate army. They're passionate people. So they were all setting up their own little parts. They were all setting up like their little areas when they ever. I think it's cool that whenever they get to their hotel, they have to set up their own little things. Yoongi was like, oh, it takes so long. So Yoongi was setting up his stuff. Hobie, Namjoon couldn't figure out how to do anything, which I thought that was fucking hilarious. That was so Namjoon of him. Just literally couldn't figure out anything. Also, Namjoon still using a Dell computer in 2017. A Dell computer. I didn't think they still made like laptops. A Dell, like, no, I'm not saying Adele, like Dell, the brand Dell. I didn't even know they still. I had that shit back in like 2006. Like, fucking Namjoon still killing it with the Dell. Everyone else was using like Macs and like high quality. Jungkook was using that high quality video game PC or laptop, and I was just like, Namjoon's using a fucking Dell. And then we closed the episode out with them working out and like just doing like fitness things. And I was like, obviously BTS are very fit. We don't see their bodies too much, but we know they're very fit. They have to be very fit for all the work they do at the concert. So they're here with like their trainer, and I think that's, I don't know, they work so hard. They have time to fucking work out. Like, are you serious? It's amazing. I love it. And then to end the episode, when it says next episode, we see Jin and Taehyung getting into it. Oh my god, I'm so nervous for this part. I'm so fucking nervous. They're gonna get into an argument, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just scared. I'm fucking frightened. But all in all, this was my favorite Burn the Stage episode by far. It had so many moments of, like, just so many emotional moments, so many moments where we got to see behind the scenes things that we would never ever see ever before. And just so many aspects of this episode made me so happy and also sad, and I think that's a great thing about BTS. They can make you so emotional on either side of the spectrum, and I just love this episode so much. I'm so happy that this whole documentary series is happening, and as I said this before, I like that. I love doing reactions and I love doing videos for you guys on this channel. I love doing a review recap like this, but the fact that I just get to sit here, watch this, because I don't think I would cry in front of you guys. I would be aware that the camera's on me. I would be aware that I have to keep talking. I have to make comments about the video, but I get to just fucking sit here, watch this like all of you guys get to do as well, and I just get to be so immersed in this whole experience, and that's why I'm literally crying so much, and I'm just very lucky. I thank you guys for letting me. I think you might be able to do react. I don't know if people have been getting strict or anything, but I like that I'm just able to do this and give you guys my honest review afterwards. And there's so much cat hair on my face, so I'm gonna end this video, and I love you guys very much. Have yourselves a super wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this review recap type thing, and I'll be back with episode 4 next week. I'm very excited and very nervous. So yeah, I love you guys. Have an awesome day, and remember,
click clack to the bang bang. I'm a boy at the bang tang. Me and you, we would never bang bang. I'm a boy at the bang tang. Yeah, let me do my thing. girlfriend.